you guys for being here. I am so excited to launch the Badass Business Builders group and have you with me. We're going to kind of be pretty informal tonight because I want to know what you guys want from me. I did ask questions as you guys were coming into the community, and I'm going to start a list on that, and you'll start seeing some things in the feed based on that. But I really want to know what you're looking for, where you are in your business, where you are in your growth, and how I can make this more geared towards you. My classroom, and I just want to show you what's going to happen over the next couple of months. I'm going to slow launch this. So on your end, you probably can't see some of these. You know what? I could go into an incognito browser just so you guys know. And this is actually very good training. When you are the admin, you can see everything. If you want to be able to see the community based on what your members are going to see, if they're not an admin, see how now you can see where it unlocks levels? Go into an incognito window and log in with a different email address so that you can check it. Because if you don't have an accountability partner, or if your accountability partner is the admin in your group, they can see everything that's unlocked too. You're now host.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, turn on sharing for me.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I'll turn on this. Listen, this is all part of the process. You should do
It is.
on that one, right? We just learned something new, both of us. That was a good idea.
Yes.
I've got to learn all this.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the whole thing. When we're starting out communities, and Amy, where are you in your journey? Is your community up?
No, not yet. I have to get like a name and my mission statement and stuff. I'm watching the training video or the replays right now of the where she first the inner circle replays or something right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you let me have access yet? So
I did.
It's not.
Did you get it now?
Isn't allowing.
Share. Oh, how do I make you access? Maybe I'm just sharing my screen. That's why.
Yeah,
okay.
you are.
How do I make you? Hold on. Let's see. More breakout rooms. Nope.
I think it's under share.
Probably under share. Hold on. Multiple participants share.
Or it's under host.
I just made it.
Okay. So, Amy, that's what I'm doing. If you get to a point you want to work with me, I do, what am I trying to say? I am working
help build the community because you can help design it, you'll brainstorm with it, and I'll get you on track. Hold on. She's amazing. That's the end. All you need to know, okay? She literally will brainstorm with you, come up with your ideas, your colors, come up with a name with you. She'll help you with all of that, get you kick-started. And then if you need help, she has other services available where when she goes over the classrooms right now, you'll see, and she will be able to also offer services to help you set that up if you need to certain extents. So how's that?
Okay,
that was perfect. I was trying to think of where I was getting ahead of myself going into here and confusing my brain because my brain goes so fast. Like literally, if we get on a call, and I did this with Kim, and I even did this with Renee, we get on a call and you just start talking and you'll be saying stuff and I'm like, I got it. This is it. This is where we're going. This is the direction. How does this feel? And because Kim was even, I don't even know where to start. I have all these ideas. I have a boutique and I have this and I have this. And how do we tie it all together? And now she's like, you're feeling better about that, aren't you?
Yeah, at first I didn't even think I wanted to tackle this because I'm like, no, this is something I wanted in my end game, but I didn't think I needed it now. But then I got on fire because as we were brainstorming together, then I started to see how all the pieces could fit together. So yeah, I'm ready. But I'm definitely excited that I've got you guys to kind of help brainstorm with because you know, we feed off of each other, at least, so you know, when we were talking, it's like, then I started clicking as we were talking.
That's why a
Yeah.
phone call or a Zoom is always the best way to go, because that's when the thoughts start to flow. It's much better than texting or emails. I always say that.
I think so too, for sure.
Absolutely. And so that's what I do. So when you're not in your community, you know, you're using somebody else's email address, this is what you're going to see. So you see badass content is probably unlocked for some of you already. Amy, I'm almost positive it's unlocked for you with the commenting you've been doing today. And I did read your comment, half of it, that you were not the class clown, that you were shy. And I'm like, that's so funny how we're like, because y'all would never know that I was an introvert growing up.
Really?
I'm still an introvert, but I'm an extroverted introvert. And I can do both, but then it's exhausting and I'm just like decompressed and I'm drained, you know, and I have to fill up again. But anyhow, so that's what we're going to talk about, the content tonight, because that is where I'm starting. You're going to have so much in there. Is that unlocked at level 2? Because it's going to $29 a month. I must have that wrong. Because it is a monthly. I will be releasing, see, I can't even get into it here. Monthly content. So it will be $29 a month.
Oh,
I don't know what you see.
Gonna
on your end.
record. Did you record already?
It's already recording.
Okay.
I have it set automatic, so I have to go back and then I'll splice and do all that fun stuff.
You can do that.
Why are all of these not locked? So what I'm going to be doing in the community, so that you know when I get this all fixed, because we're working on our communities as we're going. Don't think you have to be perfect when you launch, because clearly I'm not perfect as I'm launching, because it still says unlock at level 2 when it's a paid module. All my intros are going to be $29 a month. So if you want to learn all the business basics, if you want to learn the funnel building, if you want to learn the school setup, and then all of it will be in the Badass Full Access, which right now is $47. So you're getting a really good deal to learn all of it. Right?
Yeah.
No, and I will be unlocking those today. And then the coaching, a lot of you know me from the business side, the funnels, the vision, putting your vision into how you can get that into a classroom, linking it all together. I love doing content. I should have been a graphic designer or a website builder, because I love that. That's my passion. But more so than that, and this is where I get confused with my message, because while I like that side of things, my passion for 22 years now has been to help women find their inner badass. I was a confidence coach. I was a, how do you want to say it other than a sex coach? Call me Dr. Ruth from, the 2000s. But that's what I did. I helped women find their sexy and find their confidence in and out of the bedroom. Because like I've said for 22 years now, there is nothing sexier than a confident woman. So that's where my coaching comes in. I help those women that are insecure, that are meek, that are unsure, that are having difficulty in their relationships to really find that inner strength to either get out of that relationship or to find a voice, because a lot of us are shut down and we're suppressed and not able to speak. In our relationship, we're belittled, we're, just, you guys know what I'm saying. So that's my other passion. And that is what I'm going to help with in the coaching. So just to give you an idea of what's coming. Hey, Susan, I see you hopped in, girly. And then I'm not sure what I'm doing with the founding members yet, but the first 100, so that is you, will be the founding members. And I'm I'm going to link that with the inner circle somehow. It's still a work in progress. So my point of showing you all of this is that you don't have to have it perfect when you launch. You can change things, and that's completely okay, because we all are working to just start. If you don't take action, nothing changes if nothing changes. Okay. So with that being said, I am going to hop back over to the other side. Can you see my classroom now where they're all unlocked?
Yes.
I do have an answer to your question. Susan had asked in the chat or in the classroom how to convert vertical video from TikTok to horizontal for YouTube. You cannot do that. It's the other way around. You're going to do a YouTube and then you cut that into shorts. So I have that written down. I will do a training on that of how exactly you do it, but it doesn't work the other way around. So you have to always take your phone horizontal when you're doing a video, and then you can convert it into the vertical. Renee, have you found any way to do it the other way? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't do that. And then Chris had asked, and she's not on, about narrowing the vision. And that's what I do in my paid strategy session, where I help you with your entire strategy, taking that vision, putting it onto paper so that we can develop a screen that looks like this, where we can go down and figure out what's going to go into each module, how you're going to present it, and then how you're going to launch it. So that's what I do on that side. Content, I want to show you in here. Oh, Renee, you can get in. Will you go and just change that module for me to the $29 one time if it's not?
Wait, which one is it?
Content, badass content.
To $29 one time?
Mm-hmm. No, monthly. Oh, I may not have because I haven't made my payment link for 29 yet.
Then you should wait and unlock it then.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I'll unlock it tonight.
Yeah.
So do me a favor, change it to private for right now. And then I can still see it, but I will get that payment link up for you like as soon as we get off of the call. And then you can grab all of this because this is really cool. This is going to save you some time. Amy, did you mention something? I didn't go through all the questions or all the comments in the group. Something about content.
Oh yeah, just I'm a little unorganized with my content, but I'm gonna figure out some things like here in February. You know,
Okay.
I mean like for Instagram mainly.
You're going to love this. You're going to
Okay.
love what you're going to be able to get in this module.
Okay.
So
Elisa,
Insta-
sorry, which one did you say again? I can't find it.
badass content.
Okay, got it.
So I'm a Facebook girl. So I do Instagram like posts, the square ones. I'm starting to do one a day on TikTok. I'm not up to 3 a day yet, and that's okay. But you're going to love this. So you will have the fillable calendar, and every day it's going to give you some sort of step to do. So you can take this, I forget which number they told me to push. Oh, that's the wrong thing. To make it bigger. Okay, I can't make it bigger, but you'll be able to get this in the classroom. 3 ways, let me put my glasses on. I have it printed, but I left it upstairs. 3 ways to achieve a goal. And you can relate that to what your content is for the day. So it doesn't have to always be the same thing that everybody is sharing online. You can differentiate yourself by using these and relating it to what you're selling, whether it's your classroom, whether it's one of your modules in your classroom, whether it's the legacy builder, whether it's, you know, your coaching, whatever it is that you're doing, you can take these as inspiration. Oh, today, okay, so Monday, and I just did a 35-day calendar. So you guys have a couple extra days for February. It just makes it's just easier for me to do it this way. So a myth you need, and then you say a common misconception debunked. You need to work 18 hours a day in order to retire. And that's a great hook, right? And then you make it about what we're doing. Follow me there? And then this one gives you the actual, I filled them in for you in case you're having difficulty finding it yourself. 3 ways to start earning online today. So there's your content. I mean, it's done for you. And you can put that up on your wall and go, okay, that's what I'm doing today. And then I have a schedule in here. Thank you, Susan. Oh, good. She batched her content. Isn't that like, it makes you feel so productive. And it gives you some different ideas. So use this in conjunction. Okay, what your routine is, what your engagement post is, something that you're teaching, morning and evening routine. So here's number 2 post for the day, right? And then I have this. This is your link. You're going to, actually, I have it up on my screen already. Just click this edit. No, use template for new design. Do not click edit template. I should probably put that somewhere in case. It may only show up on mine because I'm the creator of it, but then it's going to give you, where are they? These already done. So you're going to, and you can change the background to fit you. Renee and I are travelpreneurs. So mine's always going to be beach related, but you can change these. You can, once you save the template, you can change the background. You guys know how to do that? So take this one, for instance, okay? You want to change your background. Oh, look at that. You're on the West Coast, aren't you, Susan? I want to say you're by Tampa. Another Florida girl in the house. Okay, so you're going to click on the picture, Kim, and then you're just going to go over to your elements, and let's say that yours is, yeah, Siesta Key. I have a friend that has a house over there. Give me an idea,
So
Kim.
you're in Canva?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I know. Yeah, I do know a little bit about Canva. So,
Yeah, so what do
you just clicked on the background?
uh-huh.
Okay.
I clicked on the picture. So now I can move the picture. I can delete the picture.
Yeah.
Am I the
Okay.
only one that's not seeing your screen? Must be hiding behind here.
And then I could go into my uploads and put another background picture or, yeah. Okay. I do.
Exactly. Or you could go in here and let's say you want to do mountains. And then you find a picture that you like and bam, now it's here and you're just going to resize it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super easy. All right, let me undo this. Undo. And I will be doing some Canva training stuff at some point. And then let me show you another thing you're going to get in here. Where did it go? Did I overwrite it? I'm gonna have to put the link to it. I don't know where it went. But you're gonna get this template too. And these are reels. So Amy, you can use this in Instagram. You guys can use this on your Facebook reels, 1 a day. And you're gonna get all of these.
Okay. I have a quick question. And this is
Uh-huh.
about the vision of the group and then legacy also. So a lot of these templates that you're showing, are we
Mhm.
going towards the people we're trying to draw into our community, or that's where I get confused with the line. Are we doing legacy? Because like all of my TikTok, my Instagram, everything is directed towards legacy and trying to get the perfect customer for that. And so I don't want to confuse the algorithm or confuse my people by now it focusing more on drawing them into a community. Does that make sense?
It does. Are you what platform are you talking?
Well, I'm on TikTok and Instagram, and then I'm going to start long form on YouTube. So like that one little template you showed there, I'm trying to think about, okay, would I put that in my Instagram and try to draw people into my community? That one is the least likely to mess up the algorithm, I think. But with TikTok, they say you should only stick to basically all the same keywords, the same subject.
So another group that I'm in was talking today about the hashtags, and you know how we've been taught to do the same hashtags for 7 days to give it a chance, right? To marinate, if you will. Well, if your content that day is not about those keywords you've been using, and you're using those keywords and you could use different keywords, you're really crushing that post.
Yeah.
Because if today you're going to talk about the freedom that you have, that you were able to just hop on a plane today because you had an emergency situation that you needed to leave town for. Well, Legacy is doing that. And if that hasn't been your mission, if you will, for the past 4, 5, 6 days, and you're using those same hashtags, but it's not freedom to travel or travel when I want, travel, work from anywhere.
I
Then
always interject different ones according. I might use the same 3 or 4, but I'll interject whatever's pertaining to that subject.
yeah. So what I listened to this morning, they were very much whatever your post is, you want them all to be like that. So work from anywhere, work from home, work, work it, travel and work, like Google, or not Google, but do that little search on TikTok that, let me pull up my TikTok, that very top bar. Yeah, it's going to talk. And so if you were to kind of like what we're doing in the YouTube training, right? And you use that top, no, it's not going to show it because of the background, but you know what I'm talking about. You click the little magnifying glass and you put travel from anywhere. That's not really coming up with anything. Work, if we do work from, so you've got work from home jobs, work.
Your home page in the search bar, homepage search bar, is that where you are?
Yes. Work from home jobs. What if we did work remote jobs, work remotely, work remote and travel, work remote anywhere, work remotely abroad.
So when you type that in, all those that are coming up, you're saying those could be key hashtag words?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And just make them about your post. I'd have to do some more research on all the algorithms and how it works with changing from but that's the whole thing, is you can mesh them all together. Participants can now see your application. What does that mean? But you can mix it all together, because at the end of the day, your school community and your legacy are both ways that you're making money online, right?
Yeah, but I guess I just haven't got the full picture of that, because it seems like everything we've been taught up until this point is to keep it on the same subject and don't find that perfect customer and keep it on that and keep the message the same. So that's where I'm getting confused now. Do I draw in people to my community just through an email, through an invite? Do I start another page that just is targeting them to my group?
Like your TikTok page?
Yeah, do
Like
I
a
just
is
get a
that what you're
whole
saying?
new- Yeah, I just don't know.
And I'm not an expert when it comes to that. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna tell you,
No, I understand. We're all learning. We're all learning.
We are. And my
just-
thought on this is if you develop your message and your content where your content's still on brand. So remind me again your community name. I don't remember the name.
Community name, I believe, is going to be your next divine chapter.
Right. Divine chapter. I knew it was something with the divine. So if you have that as your umbrella, right? You can brand that with legacy and with your community. You're making money on both.
Yeah, I definitely see that with the community. What I don't see is how to do my post. Do I continue to do my post trying to get people to purchase legacy?
Renee, what do you think? I think that there's a combination of both. I think that you take it and go, were you on the call today? The calls today?
Me all day.
No, I know.
Yeah.
No, Kim.
I got in on the very end today, so I have to go back and rewatch it.
Okay. So he was going over a lot of the hooks and how we're grabbing them. And your hooks are it's changing constantly. And that's why I will forever scream at everybody, your brand. You're not selling legacy. You're not selling school. You're selling you. You're selling your brand.
Right.
Your divine next chapter.
And so,
and if you keep saying that, and
uh-huh.
you keep talking about your divine next chapter, we'll have to make it more hooky so people understand what's really the thought behind it. But when you take that, like for me, for instance, the badass, everything with me is badass. Are you ready to live a badass life? Are you ready? Yeah. Amy's like, yeah. Are you ready to have a badass bank account? Are you ready to, you see where I'm going with this? I'm not going to talk about legacy because everybody's talking about legacy.
Yeah.
You're going to talk about you. And you're going to talk about your divine. That's a badass hook. Thank you. You're going to talk about you. Renee is talking about, are you ready to travel and work remotely wherever you are? Are you ready to get out of that behind the desk so that you can be a travelpreneur? Do you even know what a travelpreneur is? Well, stick around. Let me tell you. This is recorded. You're welcome. And because that one was good.
And this might be where, I don't know, maybe I need to rethink my name and my community mission to tie it all together. My thing is the next chapter is basically trying to tell retirees that there is still a good chapter out there. We don't have to give up. There's still more time to reinvent yourself, to still put away for your retirement. So it was kind of that. And then I want to go into my other things that, inspiring people, encouraging people. So I don't know, and then another thing is Divine has always been the name of my salon, my boutique, but it could be confusing. Although, I am spiritual. I do believe. Okay, go ahead.
Are you ready to live a divine life? Are you ready to live a divine life on your terms? Are you ready? Just use it like that.
Create the divine life. What about, instead of live, I would say create. Because divine is like that. Are you ready to create the divine life that you dream about?
Yeah, that's
okay. I have a name for you that you might like.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Here it is. Here it is. Hold your breath. It's design your divine life. Yeah. there
Yeah.
you go.
Like that.
Design
Yeah.
your
Didn't
divine
I
life.
say that on our call when I was at my parents' house?
Design your divine life. I
Mhm.
don't remember, but y'all won't believe this, but I used to do floral arrangements and I had a divine design.
Oh my
Oh, that's
gosh.
what I'm thinking. Yes, divine
Well,
design.
And
And
that's
I'm going
good
to give
too.
you another idea that you could weave in there or whatever, but I know somebody who was starting something. I think she started a Facebook, TikTok, and it was second half, the best second half.
Yeah. And that's why I was like your next divine chapter, kind of like, people are at like their next
Mhm.
chapter. So, but I want y'all's input, what's the easiest way that their mind goes? And I don't want them to think that it's only about, religion or spiritual that I'm talking about. It's not just that. It's, of course, for me, yeah, my goal is to follow my divine destination, but I don't want people to think that it's all just about that. Does that
I'll
make
be
sense?
honest with you,
Uh-huh.
even after our conversation,
Mm-hmm.
I never even went to the God thing with it.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I was going to say
never-
this too, because divine, the word divine, every person perceives it differently. So I was going to say to you, what does divine life mean? And that's where your content will come in as to how you're speaking your words. So if you're talking about, God, then those people who are, thinking the word divine is about their faith, they're gonna come to you. And if
Right,
you're
right.
talking about non-faith and you're talking about having the divine, designing your divine life with, living on your own terms and making money and living free, now those people are going to come to you. So good word.
Yeah,
That's a
and I think it does have two meanings. Yes, I think the root of it would be divine God, but yes, it can be anything like elaborate, great, good,
Yeah.
those kind of things. Okay, good. Well,
a good
I'm really
word.
glad. I'm glad to hear that y'all didn't just think of it that way, because I've used it in my salon, my boutique, and a lot of my warm, what do you say, market knows that that's my name.
But that's your brand.
My brand. That's my brand. Yeah.
That's your
That is
brand.
your
The word
brand.
divine.
And
And
I want
you could
you
be,
all.
you could be DD for short, design, divine design. You could be DDL. Like you could go so many places with this.
She's double D.
Okay, so
Double D.
give me some double D's now.
Right?
But
Design.
see, that could be double divine, that could be double divinity. And for me, I did go to the God place because, that's who I am.
Me
But
too. Yeah.
But here's the thing, double D, I mean, we could take it one way. We could also say, give me double divine for sure. I'll take it. Yeah.
Right. Right.
I think it's good. That's good.
And I definitely am going to have in my modules, I definitely am going to have some spiritual inspiration. That's just who I am.
Well, then the name makes sense.
Does.
It
And
fits
I think that
perfect.
all your content is just related to that. So there's a girl, she doesn't do legacy anymore. And she switched over to a couple of other products. She literally gets on and she's reading the Bible and she's quoting the Bible and she's talking and she's just having normal conversation. And then she wraps it back into the Bible. And, then she's just having normal coffee talk. And I mean, she has a very good life where she's not really even selling. And I think that that's something that we need to work on getting out of our brains.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
we're not selling anything. We are not selling hamburgers and we are not selling chicken. We are not McDonald's and we are not Chick-fil-A. But I bet that you all know what their brand is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Right?
good.
So think about what you're offering them. You're offering, McDonald's isn't selling burgers. McDonald's is selling the playground for the kids, or McDonald's is selling the
time for mom.
The
She
what?
doesn't have to cook.
The what, Mom?
They're selling they're selling time back to mom because she doesn't have to cook.
Right. That's exactly what they're
Exactly.
selling. They're selling
And it's
that, and they're selling
affordable.
they're also selling affordability, right? Because
Yeah.
you can go there and feed a family, not anymore, but from what I understand. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what they're selling, and they're luring you in with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is that when Michelle says, talk about the destiny? And is that what she said? Talk about the destiny, not the plane ride?
The transformation, not the way to get there.
Yes.
And I have to
So hard
remind
not to
myself
talk
of
about
that.
the plane ride. The plane
The
ride is what we,
transformation or the destination for sure.
yeah, we
Yeah.
have the plane ride though. The plane ride is what we have embedded in our head at coming from network marketing too.
Mhm.
Hard to get that out, but yeah,
It really is because we're so used to selling that product,
yeah.
and I don't know what kind of network marketing you were in. I think you missed the beginning, but I sold sex toys. I always had one in my hand as I was
What toys?
talking.
What kind of toys?
Sex toys.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
You always had one in your hand.
I always had one in my hand.
I've
So
heard
now
there's
when I'm
good
always
money in
on-
that.
What?
I've heard there's good money in that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Did you have
And-
parties? Did you have to do parties? Did you do those? I was invited to them. I was like, are you sure I'm the person you want to invite to that?
Yes, because you were like my favorite customer. Because I'm like, oh my God, this is like so. I would literally get you to be so calm and relaxed, and that anxiety was gone by the time that I was done because you were laughing and you were having fun. And at the end of the day, I wasn't selling you a sex toy.
Yeah.
I was selling you a transformation in your marriage. I
Yeah.
was selling you an improvement in a relationship. I
Yeah.
was helping you to understand that it's okay to have those doubts or those thoughts and how to overcome those doubts and those thoughts. And you missed in the beginning, but that's what I'm going to do in my coaching as well. Not just bedroom related, relationship related, because it's bigger than that. It's just women as a whole, especially because of what I went through with the divorce and how I helped 5 other women go through their divorces and have that power and that strength in their divorce. But at the end of the day, what I was helping them with and what I was selling, so to speak, was like my favorite clients. I have 2 of them now, actually, that I know about. I don't know how many are out there I don't know about. Couldn't get pregnant. Left my party and got pregnant, and 9 months later they have a baby. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And they were like, thank you.
That
If
is
it
so
wasn't
awesome.
for that night, this might not have been a thing.
Yeah.
I know exactly it wouldn't have been a thing right now because I got pregnant the night of your party. But that's what I gave them. So what are we giving them with legacy? We're not giving them a program that they're downloading on their computer. Is that what we think when we're doing our content? Are we in that place of how am I going to get them to understand what's on the other side of the computer? How do I get them to understand what they're going to download? And
You
if
know,
your content-
Alyssa, when you say
What?
that, because when I do my lives and at the very end of it, when I don't show them my website or anything, but when I turn my phone around to show them the wins, I watch the people just drop off. Yeah, because I think because when you're, I tell them I'm not trying to sell you anything and I go into my story, but then when you switch the camera around and you're showing them the website and all the things, they're like, she is selling me because she just said she wasn't going to sell me nothing. And now here she is selling me something. So good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you
I
just
think
sold
it's
them
awesome
something.
you got people pregnant. That's so good.
I know. I know. It was so awesome. I'm at a bridal show and she's walking and pushing a stroller and she's with some friends. So I didn't know if it was her niece or, her friend's kid or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, like,
Yeah.
is that yours? And she's like, yes.
Oh my
She's
God,
like,
I just
thank
got
you for
chills
that
up my back.
night. And
Yeah.
I'm like, when did this happen? She goes, the night that my stuff came in the mail. I mean, and it still gives me butterflies inside
Yeah.
to say that, So think of it like that. Content, mine's about a beach. Renee's is about a beach.
Yeah. If I could ever get to the beach, I'm working a job over here. It's like,
Right.
when the time changes, because by the time I get off work, it's dark and there's no filming at the beach in the dark.
Exactly.
So maybe in your old profession there was,
Well, I was a stay-at-home mom, so I did that at night while I took care of the kids during the day. I did that
Yeah,
at,
you should
but
do that.
think about how you're changing their life. Your divine design, your divine life, your divine next chapter is being created by you finding a way to transform your life. To not live in that woe is me, my kids are grown, they're out of the house, I'm in my kid's bedroom right now. And instead of missing her and woe is me, where's my life going? I'm building a legacy so I can pay for her college and reimburse her for her college.
So
That's
am I
awesome.
thinking clearly that inside you could have several modules for those that do not care, they could care less about working and making money. Maybe they're set, but
Mhm.
they're not fulfilled and having that divine life because something's missing within them. Maybe they want to fulfill a passion or a hobby. You know,
Absolutely.
so could I have like that be different modules? And let's say they really, like me, I'm an entrepreneur. I like to work. I like to learn. I like to start businesses. So that type of person might want to learn about legacy. So just have
Absolutely.
those modules in there for different
Yep.
different
I
reasons.
absolutely would, because you have so much that you can talk about and all the stuff you did behind the chair, the way you speak to people, and you can share all that value.
Well, I would like to do like affiliates with skin and hair too, because some of these are going to be my clients that are going to just want to come and probably learn again more about skin and hair. And then, of course, people that are like me that still want to need to earn an income. Um, and then those that just want to maybe just be with a group of women and just, you know, be in a group and communicate whatever their needs are. Well, again, that's about me asking them and trying to find out what they need.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I
And
feel
that's what
like
you're
I'm
going to do.
big, I feel like I'm kind of all over the place, but yet it's all part of me.
It is.
It's all connected, yeah.
And one
And you
thing
know, I
I
had
wanna-
a thought for you here for a minute. What was my thought? It was about, because you're in hair and skin, okay? You are in, you know, you're into your religion, okay? You're also into, I don't know, did you say you were divorced?
No,
No. But do you have kids that are gone away? to college?
yeah. We've got 4 grandchildren. So we're in that chapter of our life now to where I literally closed my hair salon down 2 years ago to move closer to my grandkids.
There it is, yeah.
My identity has changed. Like I've literally been in an identity crisis and I'm having to pivot and figure out who I am now again.
There it is. There it is. There's a module for that right there. Who
Yeah.
are you?
And a
Because
lot
when
of
life changes, you asking yourself who you are. Like that's kind of like my story. I'll keep it
Yeah.
short, but I never married. I don't have kids. I lost my immediate family and I lost my job. And I came home to nobody. And I, you know, came home to no income. I'd lost my job. I had no savings. And that's when I questioned, who the heck am I? Because forever we think we are our jobs, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so my people are out there working. Okay, my midlife people are out there working with no direction. So yes, you've pivoted and you've revamped your identity to fit your life. So
Yeah.
I don't know,
And I
maybe
have
that
some girlfriends that are now in the grandparent stage and they feel lost. They're like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
You know, you can only give so much time to your grandkids and then, you know, you got to keep your own life too. And so that's what I want to do. I just got to get ChatGPT to tell me how to word it all and make it very clear. And
Exactly.
feel like I'm going to grab a lot of different women. They may not all be geared to purchasing legacy, but I've got to make money. So I got to figure out what can I sell within.
You do a $29 a month community where you're giving them value and calls to get on every week and have coffee talk.
Yeah.
Or have happy hour.
And
Thursday
I
night,
have
ladies' night happy hour.
yeah, I
And
have a
you
real mindset block about charging for a community unless I'm giving them like in a module something that I don't know that, and
Give
that could
them
be
encouragement every single day. Give them,
Oh,
maybe
oh,
every
great.
morning you're waking up with, if you want to go Bible verse or you want to go inspirational verse of some, like a quote of, I mean, go get a book that they have 30 days of or 100
yeah,
days of.
I have 100 of those.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what you could do
Open it
too is you could
And you
lead
start your
them.
day with daily affirmations every day.
Yeah.
Here's your daily affirmation. I would love to know in the comments what you got out of this, how this helped you start your day. As your day, my husband says it all the time. As your day starts is how your day goes.
That's so true.
Kim,
Yeah.
you don't
And
have to
so
lock the
today-
community and make it a fee. You can do what I did. I did it a little bit different than Elisa because she has different talent than I do. So the way that I did it was mine is free to join. I intentionally give them free information and free conversations. And then they also know that what they want to expand on is over in my paid modules. If they want that information, they're going to pay for the information. I don't feel bad because I'm giving them stuff that I paid a lot of money to learn.
Right, and that's
I
what
wanna
I feel
teach you.
like I feel more comfortable with for now, you know? I mean, eventually, maybe I'll start another group that you do pay to enter. I don't know.
Or you just keep building, you could build modules every other
Yeah.
day if you wanted to, and you can lock them, say, hey, I'm so excited, I'm launching another module, here it is, boom. And you could do like what I did was I have an all access membership. That gives them access to all of the locked modules, except for the ones that's the inner circle. Inner circle is only for the first founding 100 and whatever, I haven't cut it off yet, founding members. And then after that, or it's only going to be special for people who pay in full. So it motivates them. And in that inner circle, in addition to if they pay full, because now after I lock it to founding members, it's only going to be people that pay in full. Those people are also going to get a one-to-one with me and a coaching with me. I mean, a one-to-one coaching with me and a one-to-one audit with me. So you see what I'm saying? I'm adding value there, and I'm only charging them for 10 months instead of 12. So I've given them 2 months extra. I've given them free coaching, free auditing. There's a motive there. And for them, it's like, well, wait a second. Why do I want to pay those extra 2 months if I can get them for free? And I can get this coaching that is going to charge me, because I charge 197 for my coaching and I charge 47 for the other things. So why would they want to? That's $150.
Yeah.
They're going
that's
to
a good
spend it either
savings.
way.
Yeah.
And your coaching, Renee, is teaching them about travel for one, right? But then what's the other portion of it?
How to make money. I teach them how to fund their trips, how to fund their life. It's travel, to be a travelpreneur, it's a lifestyle. So it's not just, oh, you want to go on vacation, here's how you get the money for it. This is how you can leave your job, your 9 to 5, and learn how to fund it so that you can continue working like that and work from wherever you want, whenever you want, for whoever you want. You work for yourself. So you don't have to call in. There's no PTO. There's none of that. That's what I do. That gives you, it's a lifestyle. Travelpreneur is a lifestyle. To me, it's a lifestyle.
Okay.
That's
So
good.
it's
Yeah.
everything. It's how are you going to make that money? There's mindset coaching, and really when I coach, I like to find out what is it that you're stuck on, because I can coach in so many different ways. I was a weight loss coach, not because I went to school for it, because I lost 100 pounds and I learned how to teach people, and that's it. Like you guys said it in the beginning, but at the end of the day, it's not sell, it's tell. You just want to let them know about something without selling it to them, because they don't know what they don't know. You didn't know what you didn't know. Think about the time before you knew about it. You didn't know. And it was happening, but you didn't know about it. So they don't know about it either. So
That's
now
so-
you're letting them know that there's this thing out there. And guess what? They'll watch you once. You know how many times it takes? Okay, think about it this way. I've been in marketing for a long time, okay? You remember the days of magazines? Do you remember when you used to open them up and the very first page is an ad from Nivea or whatever, right? The next magazine you open up, what's on the front page in the ad? Same thing. They took the front cover, the front inside cover of every magazine, and they do it for 6 months at a time, and they pay a lot of money. But
Yeah.
there's a method to the madness, because it's going to take you, the average person, I say 5 to 7, some people say 7 to 9, 5 to 7 times to see it before they move on it or even start to look at it. Because how many times have you seen an ad in those magazines and it was for mascara, a new L'Oreal or Maybelline product? You've seen them all. You go to the store and you see them all, but you'd see that one and you'd be like, whoa, that's what I need. So you'll go and you might look for it. You might be in the store and you're in Target and you're looking over by the mascara and you can't remember the name of it. But you know you saw something new.
You can
Then
see
you're
the
reading your-
picture in your mind though. You can visualize it.
You know, you
Yeah.
you remember that
The
you
visual.
wanted to see it, but you don't remember what it was called. Then you're looking at the magazine again and you see it this time and you're like, oh my God. In my mind, I'm thinking it's pink and purple writing. I'm going to remember it.
That's Maybelline.
I get to the mascara section and I forget again because maybe it's not even in the stores yet, right? And then you go back again. It takes that amount of time before it resonates with you and you're like, nowadays with social media, you turn it up a notch. And now you see somebody else talking about it and you saw somebody, oh, that's the thing that I saw. I want that now because other people are talking about it.
Yeah, I
You
bought
be
all
the
those
person
mascaras,
that they
okay?
resonate with when they're deciding that, you know what, I'm so sick of my damn job today. I want to hear what these people have to say about digital marketing.
Yes. yes,
And you get their ear.
that's
Yeah.
so good.
But you're getting
And I am wondering on that note, is it just taking us a little while for people, like you said, to start seeing us, to trust us? And even though I know I've done over 100 something videos, but it still just takes time.
It
so
takes time. Sorry.
online, did you know it's like 16? I have people who are in marketing, they do online marketing, like for big corporations, for Volvo or Volkswagen. She's like 7 times is paper. That's old school. With
Yes,
all the
my old
noise
school.
that's online, I know I was old school too because I did run ads and I know. It is now like 16 times online. And if
And
they're
maybe
not coming
more.
across you 16 times, they, like Renee said, the whole picture, they're hearing this. And we don't want, this is the thing. We got to stop $900 days. We got to stop 2-hour workday because you're now everybody else. How are you different? And that's where the school comes in. And if you have to get them into school first, you got to stay consistent with posting in your school. And we could take our TikToks and we can put them into school.
But I've never seen people online, and I maybe just haven't seen it, drawing people into their community. Have y'all?
What do you mean?
Nobody's thinking about doing that.
No, people aren't doing this yet.
Everybody is
we're
thinking
doing it.
about getting people in the community from everybody else that's in legacy and then from your outreach in school. If you're the first one that's talking about, I have this community, okay? And let me go back to my sex toy business. We used to do this post that got so many people into our Facebook group. I have a private community that talks about whatever. I don't even remember what the words were on there.
So good.
But I can find
Y'all
it.
say we're on the forefront here on this. And now, just because we haven't seen it be done, we can do it. Just start
I'll
drawing.
tell you
Well,
what.
we did see it be done, and we're lucky enough to be taught by Michelle how she did it. Because think about it, these people, even if they see, okay, they're in school, they're in a school community, guess what? They don't know how to build it. They don't know how to do what we did. I'm in another group, like on the communities. I joined like another travelpreneur person, whatever. I kind of finagled my way in there because he's been asking me all these questions, and I'm like really not qualified because I don't want to move to Thailand, but I wanted to be in there to like converse and see what people are saying and everything. But I looked at his stuff. He doesn't even have a classroom because you know what? He probably doesn't even know how to build a classroom. So this is the stuff that we have that makes us different. And that's the stuff that you can show. And guess what? The people over in other companies besides Legacy that didn't want to stay with Legacy and moved on, they're going to be kicking their ass because Michelle came around full circle and has been teaching us her secrets to everything.
Yeah.
To everything. So now, if she wants to think about this, okay, really think about the power of what she's doing right now. She wants to make 1,000 self-made millionaires. She picked the mastermind group to make those people in. If they don't make 1,000 or even 1 or 2 or 5, then their mastermind didn't work. They have that price. I caught that with Mike today. When
Yeah,
Mike
pressure.
was like, listen, I'm going to be truthful with you guys now. It's like, we have to get you guys making money. And when
Yeah.
he said it like that, now granted, I know he wants us all to make money, but he has a motive and I'm okay with that. Because if his motive is to get me to make money, because he needs to be able to prove that he made us make money, I'm okay with that.
Me too.
That's where we're at. So the point is, I want you to realize the power of that. That, my friends, is super powerful.
Yeah.
We're the byproducts of what they're trying to achieve. Okay,
And
I'll
I'm
go there with you.
curious if the way it was before, putting on 3, videos a day worked so well for a lot of people at the beginning. Is it changing? Are the trends changing? I don't
So
know.
what he said today is he would rather us do one really, really good video than do 3 meh videos. Because Lisa, I don't know how to say her last name with a B. She has 2 TikToks. So she's doing 6 videos on there. She's overwhelmed. And that's when he said, I would rather you do one really, really good video than to do 6 that are just, I have to get this out. But I did find
It
this.
look like you just have to get it out too. And you can tell
did that
once I'm
come
just
from?
doing that. And I was one of those. Like I'm off of TikTok because, and the only thing I put on TikTok now for me, I went live yesterday. I'll do that. And the only thing I put on there for me is my shorts from YouTube, but everything. So I used to start at TikTok and repurposed to Facebook and Instagram and then YouTube. YouTube was last. I flipped it around. I make for YouTube now, and then I share it on the others because YouTube was more for me. I can talk more. It was just felt better. But so to your point on what you were saying before, Kim, is that yes, you made 100 videos. Yes, it is practice for sure. 100 videos is really not that many. So it's a lot, but to us it sounds like a really lot, but it's not as many as you think for
Yeah.
practice wise. Especially when you're doing 3 a day and you're still practicing on all 3. Just consider it like 1, basically. You know what I'm saying? So I went off. I squirreled away on that one too. So I love the word squirrel now. I could blame it on my memory. But what I was going to say to you is, hold on, it was a good point. I just totally went blank.
Something
You were
about
talking about-
pivoting, maybe like that's what
Yes.
we used to do.
So
is
for
do all
so
that.
for me, what happened with me was I was on TikTok for months, really trying to work it and figure it out, and I just could not jive with TikTok at all. I really was getting depressed, to be honest, looking at my numbers and looking at the views and seeing
Yep.
100 to 300 views every time. Maybe I would have one that went to like 900 or 1,000, and that was it. And that was bothering me because I'm like, I know these are not that bad. Okay, maybe they really were because now I look back at them, they probably were. But I then went over to YouTube when we started with Mastermind. So you have to look at it this way. Like for me, like I'm starting completely from day 1 on YouTube, even though I wasn't on there. So I have to learn YouTube now. But the good thing is I've learned YouTube, TikTok, how to talk on Facebook, which I've always been fine with. Facebook is my jam. So, but those 2 I didn't know. So it's kind of cool to learn that and see where you're going to go with it. And you just have to find like the right thing. And if you're happy on TikTok and you see that it's working, then continue just to improve. Just
It's
improve.
not working. It's not
No,
working.
it's not working for me. I've been on it almost a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not working, and I
That's
feel
why I got
like
off of it.
YouTube probably
Somewhere
would
else.
fit me better, but I just right when I was about to start delving into YouTube, then this community thing came up. So it's like, dang, now what? Now I gotta learn this.
Can I ask a question, Renee, when you're done, Kim? I have a question.
Yeah, I guess my quick question right now is, do I delve into the community first? Is there more likelihood to make money here quicker and then let
Have to get it.
YouTube be my long-term thing, I guess.
This is gonna be your listen, here's the thing, okay? It took me and Elisa like 10 days to build and create. Now, okay, I'm gonna be totally transparent with you because I'm like that. I worked sometimes till 4 in the morning. I maybe got 3 hours of sleep and then went back to it because I was obsessed with it. Because once I started, I knew that the faster I got it up and running, the faster I could start to make money, right? So for me, and also it didn't dawn on me until it was done and I was ready to launch that I now owned my own digital product, which I'm going to build, right? So that was really something in my hand. But here's the thing. I think I counted like 13 streams of income in there. My legacy is 4 of them. And that's in there. That's the very first link I give. Why? Because I'm gonna make $900.
Yeah.
It's better than my 47 a month, but my 47 a month is awesome because that's residual income. And if I get 1,000 of those, I'm making 47 grand a month just from that recurring part of it, just that one stream. So you see what I'm saying? Like if I was you, I'd put blinders on, still do your TikToks because you're already there, you're already doing it, just continue it. Pop out those videos since they're not that long to do. And then I would work with Elisa, build the community, get your community up and going. And you don't have to get it, don't worry about like it's not running, you don't have people, just get it set up. Once it's set up, then launch it. Once you launch it, then you're doing both. You'll learn your YouTube, and on YouTube, you can tell people about what you're doing and you can just talk the talk about everything title and together.
Yeah.
And if you create a community where you can talk about making money, then you can incorporate legacy. And why would you not incorporate it into your story? Because I'm an empty nester. I'm 58 years old. I wanted to learn how to make more money and I want to learn how to make money online. So if I was in there and I wanted to do that and I saw that that was a paid module, I'm going to pay you.
Yeah.
Get okay with charging people because your time is money and it's valuable at the same time. And if somebody doesn't want to pay it, that's on them. And if you're giving them enough value, then be okay with it. But don't give them the whole world. Give them snippets. You know, give them an inspiration today in the free community area and say, I'm doing this with my community and we're talking in there. If you want to be in that elite, in that select, in that whatever you want to call it. But get okay with it.
And I don't want to use up the time. Did Susan get her question answered?
Oh,
Oh, I just had a really quick question too, Renee. When you said you were out on TikTok and you were, hanging out there, excuse me, were you getting any engagement or were you just, because you, compared to me, you have some really high views. Okay, my views are pretty low, but here's how I've
Engagement.
seen it too. And
zero
the
engagement. I
creeps,
might
the bunch of
have got
creeps.
some leads from there, but zero.
Now that would be the place to sell sex toys, okay? Because
I have friends that are still over there.
because I'm like, seriously? It's like I'm out there, I go, I work in my office here for someone else. And so I go out there at lunch like 1:45 and I'm like, are people thinking about this stuff during the day? Then I'm like, well, maybe they're on a different time zone, but I'm like, how could people be thinking about this? So my question to you, Renee, was because I'm trying to learn YouTube. And I did the same thing, like when the YouTube training came and then we switched to something else and I skipped the whole YouTube training. But because I'm not getting much engagement, I'm building a following. And here's the thing, I'm building a following on TikTok, I think, but would I even want them to come to my Facebook or come to my YouTube? Because they're not my people, they're not engaging. So I probably shouldn't even be stressing myself about, and then TikTok could go dark again, okay? So, but here's what I've used it for. I've just used it because I know my boss is not out there. I think my boss is on TikTok, but I'm getting brave. But here's the thing. I've used TikTok for practice. I've just said, I'm going to go do this. And then I'm like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to try to do this because they're not engaging anyway. So I'm just kind of used to, I was just like,
That's what I did. I knew none of my friends were on it, so I'm like, well, I'm just gonna do what I want to do on this and get good before I go anywhere.
Love your videos, Kim. So here's the post that we used to put out to get people to our Facebook group, which is the same thing that we can do with getting people to our school communities, because that's where we're going to convert them, because they're going to see these locked. People have FOMO. When they see that's locked,
Mhm. They
they're
wanna
like,
know.
"Oh, what? Okay. But it's, hey, ladies, 18 plus. I have a private group where we discuss relationships, self-care tips, and share lots of memes. Want in, yes or no?
Yeah, that's easy.
So we can do that. Why don't we be the pioneers that are going, you know what? I'm going to get on TikTok and I'm going to start talking about this community I have. Now you're teaching them, they're seeing, yo, I started this community 2 weeks ago. I took the class, right? So you get them into the class if you want. Or you just recreate the class based on what you learned of the how-tos in your own community, in your own words, and the way you interpreted what she taught you.
Mhm.
And you say, you know what? I'm going to teach you how to build your own, because you guys can seriously be making money by following these 7 daily steps to creating your own community. Girls, you can charge $97 a month for this.
Yeah.
Right? So you're in profit mode. But your TikTok is going to say, I have this community where I am sharing so many different ways that you can make money, that you can get out of that. I'm trying to think how I would say it, Kim.
Get out of your rut,
that-
go into your next chapter of life.
Yeah.
Right. Go to your
Get
next
into your
chapter of life,
divine
or sit in the
life.
well of being an empty nester and you don't know where, what your purpose is. Let me help you find your purpose
Yeah.
again. Oh, that was good.
That was
Yeah.
Write that
good.
down.
Find
Write
your
that down.
purpose.
Okay.
You can-
Because
yeah.
you're not selling legacy when you say that. Let me help you find your purpose in life as an empty nester.
And then when you get to know the people inside your community, you figure out what their needs are. You could find someone that needs money desperately, and you start saying, hey,
Yeah.
let me share this with you.
Well, you use
Check
the
out
word
the Divine
lost
Legacy
too.
chapter here.
Mhm.
Kim, use the word lost. Use the word lost because you felt lost. Whoever was lost, somebody, I know I felt lost. I mean, that was actually the whole legacy builder thing but the word
Yeah.
lost, people can, they lost their job. They lost a spouse. They lost a child. They lost a love. They
Their
lost.
purpose, their identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their bodies, because let's face it, we all go into menopause and everything changes.
Yeah.
So
please.
there's that too. And our emotions change and our hormones, everything changes. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
how do we change with it? And you know what? At the same time, for me, it's the most empowering age is my 50s. It was the best decade so far and I thought my 20s was my best, but this is the best decade. I'm having the best time. I'm like living as an empty nester. I'm so thankful that I have my daughter, and I'm so thankful that she's only calling me once a day
living
now.
with
Not
you.
that I'm happy about that, but it's because she's busy.
And you feel secure that everything's okay. When you don't hear from them, that's good. That's good.
It's okay. Like she's like, Mom, I said, you don't call me anymore. She used to call me every other hour. Couldn't get any work done. Now I'm getting once a day at the end of the day. And I'm like, did you forget about me? She goes, Mom, I'm really busy. I'm like, okay, see, to me, that's music to my ears, right?
But you felt lost at first.
Of course.
Yeah.
Just
So-
like I did the day I sent her to sleepaway camp. I cried and I cried and I cried, and she was fine.
Yeah.
But it's an adjustment to a new
Yeah.
life.
They're way more resilient. So Amy, we've been like having the stage here the whole time. What's going on?
I do have a question. So my Facebook is only personal. And I hear like Michelle saying that a lot of people have in the community are like, oh, I heard it from Facebook. And so I'm kind of wanting to go there, but I don't want people knowing what I'm doing, that people that I know. So should I create a whole new well,
They'll
I'm
just
going to
join.
ask you to get comfortable with it.
They're
yeah.
gonna join. If
And
you
I'm
go on
going to
Facebook-
say that because, okay, Facebook is your warm market.
Yeah.
Facebook is going to people. Okay, so I have had people come out of the woodworks. Okay, so what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm doing a couple of things now. Which one are you asking about? The one that you sent me a message 3 months ago about. Got it. Okay, let me send you that link. So I sent her my legacy. Other people, one of my husband's really good friends, he's like, I got you blocked. I got you on snooze on Facebook. And I said, that's okay. He goes, all you do is business. And I said, and you know what? I'm going to be a millionaire doing only business. And I'm like, you're not my perfect customer. And that's okay. But you know what? You have my number. If you want to know about my personal life, call me.
So you don't
Because
put
my
personal
social
life-
media is not for social these days. I do social in there.
Yeah.
I kind of
What do
think
you
that's going away, in my opinion.
You what?
I think it's kind of going away. In my opinion, it's kind of a waste of time.
But
Because
Facebook,
like you said, we're just socializing totally on Facebook or social media. But this is just my opinion. I've never been a
agree.
fan of it. Because to me, like you said, if you want to be in communication, most of the people I really care about, I am in communication with anyway. So
Yeah.
for me, I'd rather spend my time making money on social
Yeah.
media versus
Yeah.
just scrolling and looking at everybody's life that looks perfect and it's not.
I'm so glad you're saying that because I don't have a life. And I've been trying to, I'm not going to cry here. I mean, I have a life, but I don't have the life like everyone else has. I don't have kids. I don't have a husband. I work all day at a day job and I'm trying to build a business. When I go out to Facebook, I'm like, I don't have a dog. I've had a pet sitting business for 20 years. I don't even have a flipping dog. Okay. So
but you can give them a positive quote. You can give them something good. Like Facebook is really powerful. I will tell you because I've been Facebooking for a long time already, and I have a lot of followers on there, more than any of the other channels. So I will tell you, Facebook is definitely changing more towards business in a lot of ways, and people just don't realize it, so they haven't adapted to it yet. And really look at your Facebook and you scroll, you're going to see probably more sponsored posts than you are your friends' posts. And I've noticed that too. So a lot of times I miss a lot of stuff. Now, I'm not one to scroll on Facebook. I never
Mhm.
have been. I usually will scroll 4 times. I'm done. Like that's it. And I'll comment and I don't even say happy birthday anymore. I've gotten really lame with that. So like for me, I tell my friends, if you don't like what I'm showing, just unfollow me. It's okay. Because I'm not, and I've had people say to me, they don't like my business side. They just want to see my fun side, what I'm doing. I'm like, you'll see both. And if you don't like it, then just unfollow me. Because
Oh,
this
I'm
is
so
my,
happy to hear that. You don't know how much hope you just gave me, lady. Okay, lady. And here's why I'm saying this is because when I say I don't have a life, I live my life, but my life isn't like everyone else's life. I don't have family. I don't have kids. You know, I love to power walk. I love nature. I'm out there. I'm doing my thing. But here's and I do put that out there. But I've always since I started this legacy, and not to take away from Amy, I'm going to talk really fast and I'm going to be done. When I started the legacy, I kept hearing all about the moms. I never had kids. And up until this legacy, I never felt bad about not having kids. And then all of a sudden, I felt like I missed out my whole life because I didn't have kids. And now I'm thinking, no, it wasn't the path for me. But it took me down that road. Like it took me down into a big hole of how am I going to pull this off? Okay, I think that's why I stuck with TikTok because I didn't need to have a life. Okay.
you know what? You
Here's
do
the
have a
thing.
life.
A life.
You have a
And
life.
I'm
And there's some, listen, this is what I say all the time, and Elisa will tell you, I say it to her too. There's a lid for every cover. You don't have to show your kids for somebody to like your stuff. You could be talking about something you saw today that was just so inspiring to you. People love inspiring stories. They
I
want to
do
see
that too.
good, positive things, but the other thing they all like is drama. So
Yep.
if you put something
Mhm.
negative up, they will flock. I do notice, and I'm just telling you that my likes on my Facebook are way down, way, way down. And I've been doing this for many, many years already. And my likes, if I put a post up, like today is my dad's birthday. He passed away. So I put a post up about that today.
Mhm.
And normally by now, it's a few hours later, I would have probably 100 comments and likes on there. I probably have 6 right now. Like it's different. It is changing. It's different. I'm trying to figure it out too.
Does the
but
algorithm
it's more
changing? Is that
business
what
now.
Mhm.
Susan, have you thought about starting a group for people like you that do not have children?
Well, I have, but here's the thing, and I was just gonna say to Elisa, maybe I shouldn't even be in here because I'm not in the mastermind and I'm not in the community builder because I can't afford it right now. So I don't know
Okay.
if you don't want, if you want to boot me out, you can.
I'm
No,
not
Because-
in the
this is for
mastermind.
every,
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not in the
this,
mastermind.
You've
Oh,
been
okay.
great. You've given me a lot of input tonight. So I think you've been awesome. And are you going to start a community? You can do that without being in all the others.
Well, I want to, but the same question like you were kind of asking, because I do work a day job and it's stressful. I'm not gonna lie. They count my every keystroke, okay? Listen, I've learned how to take that keyboard. I know how far I can get with that keyboard to get outside and get a little sunshine and get back in here. So the only thing that has kept me hanging on is this Legacy Builder program and the fact that I do have a heart to serve people. I've been in health and wellness for like 30 some years. And this all ties in nicely with, just before I started the Legacy, I was just about to go set for I had studied for, I don't know, a year and a half to become a health and wellness coach certified, because my whole family has passed from cancer. And back in the day, when my mom passed away, I was 25 and I was a drinker, smoker, and a junk food eater. Okay. And I gave it all up. Then I got in the medical field. So I understand about all that health stuff. But I put that on the back burner because I needed money and I got into the Legacy Builder. So now everything kind of is turning everywhere, but the common denominator I kept seeing was everybody was a mom. And that just weighed heavy on me because I'm like, but I know as soon as I can get a little time. So I don't know if I have time to build a community and put into that. I don't know how I would do that.
And I just say something real quick that came to my mind. I feel like you are leaving money on the table. If you've already gotten a coaching under your belt with training, you need to work as fast as you can to come up with something to sell. And I'm sitting here talking to myself. Okay. My expertise is as a hairstylist. I should be
Yeah.
coming up with something to teach hairstylists. And I've said this for years that the art is in the, shoot, my mind just went blank. In the consult, the art is in the consult, the listening to your client. I need to get busy on that. But I think you are leaving money on the table. You need to start
I
with
am,
something
but
like
I have no time. I can't give up the day job yet. So it's kind of like it's kind of like, well, which one do I do? So I wanted to get myself comfortable first with being on a platform and speaking my voice. And I think that's why I chose TikTok, because I was like, nobody's going to find me. And, and they reassured me, nobody will find you. Kelly, who I signed up, and she goes, nobody will find you, Susan. I'm like, good. She goes, but don't you want people to find you? I'm like, not people that I know.
Hey, Susan. So,
Yes.
okay, so you can work on your community in the same amount of time that you're working on trying to get the legacy going. So you can kind of move over to the community, but I think, because I heard you say that you like to hike, you can add that in there.
Yeah.
Because I was in a Facebook group, we went hiking this past summer. Like, it was like we all would meet at this park and just go hiking and meet at
Yeah.
a different one and a different one. And, they
love
called
that.
it like hiker babes, but like
Oh, that's so
do
cool.
something like that.
Well, the
you know,
problem is I don't have time to
Um,
hike.
bicycling.
But the point is,
yeah.
what Amy's saying, and you can do, Susan, and everybody should be doing this. You should be on Facebook commenting in groups. Join a group like Amy just said. You don't have to go hiking with them. If that's your passion, you understand it, you can talk the talk. Go in there and comment, because people will click on your name when you comment. Then they'll go and they'll click on your link and they look at your stuff. That's what you want them to do, is go to your
Oh.
page.
Oh, I get it. Well, and
Yeah,
that's why I feel bad, because I was like, well, how
Don't
can I
bad.
do all this?
Do not feel bad.
How can I do this? Because I'm not really living my life. I'm, like I'm
Going
working.
through the motions.
Well, yeah, I'm working a day job that I have to work, and I'm, trying to be positive every day about building a business. And I am positive because I know it's a good thing, but I don't have enough time. I'm like, well, like, where can I get like a couple 6 more hours in the day? And I'm like the person who's up till 2 a.m. So
When you get that fire, when you like and I was the same way when Renee was like staying up until 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh, I was reading the back of my eyelids.
Yeah.
And then I got the bug when I started diving in a little bit deeper. Part of that was that I was at my parents' house and I didn't feel guilty with my husband going to sleep and me not. But even since I've been back, there's been a couple nights that I stay downstairs until 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm like, oh, I gotta get this done. Oh, I gotta get that done. You know, and he understands it. And if that's what it takes a couple of nights a week, then that's what it takes. But I
Yeah.
promise you, when you figure this out, and Susan, you definitely belong in here because, you know,
Mm.
your vision and these calls will be for the entire community, paid or not. You know, there'll be inner circle calls also. But once you figure it out and you get that vision and you get it into an organized, how am I going to launch this? How am I going to share what I want to do? How do I, you know, share about hiking because I have this love for hiking? Or how do I share my health and wellness stuff because I am certified in that? Or go get certified so you can say that. And then people will come to you and then you're charging them $29, $49, $69 a month.
Yeah. Well, my big thing was to help people with stress because I've been telling people for 30 some years how to be healthy, how to eat. Like I'm a whole food eater and how to, you know, work out, how to walk, how to do all the things. And not until, you know, I lost my last family member did I have the wake up call that I've been working my whole life and I've been hating every job that I work. Not hating it,
There's
but
your story.
and it's about stress because you can't be healthy with stress. So you can make a lot of money, but if you're working a job that's stressing you out and you're going to the gym every night, you're defeating the purpose. I didn't get that until, you know, I had the wake up call. So, I mean, I have about 400 notebooks over here. I take all these notes. So I have all the vision and you all have been so helpful. But as I'm listening to you, I'm like, I'm thinking, I'm not supposed to be in here because I'm not in either one of those things because they're not in my budget right now. But
But that's okay. You can, you know, Google it, you can learn it, you can watch, you know, what she's giving in the free DGC community
Yeah.
until you're ready to pay to work with it. Or I'm going to tell you something. Okay. And then we got to wrap this up because my brother-in-law is coming on board with school. So
Oh.
I've got to teach him and I got to talk to him about it. And then I'm at 10. So,
awesome.
Okay, yeah.
um,
Before we get off, I want to ask you about that, but go ahead.
okay, so I'm going to give you a way that you can work with me for free, Susan. When you invite 10 paying members to the content vault, or whenever I have any, and I got to work on that. Renee, we're going to work on that this weekend, opening up some other paid ones. But when you invite 10 paying people, you're going to get one month free in the content vault or one of the other $29 modules. But for you guys, I will do the strategy call with you to get that vision going.
Oh,
Okay.
how do I promote that? How do I promote that 10 paying
Just
people?
talk to people. Hey, you know, Lisa's got this badass community that has badass content. If
Should
you
this
want to do
Christian girl
that,
be saying that?
you can say it.
Can I call it a butt? A bad
You
butt?
can call it whatever you want.
Hey,
This amazing, this awesome, this kick butt,
Jesus
This-
still loves you, I promise.
whatever you want to call it.
Oh, that's so funny.
I saw somebody comment yesterday, bad AZZZZ. And I was
Yeah.
like, whatever.
You call it
but-
a bad booty.
The bad booty.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's cute.
The bad
So,
booty. Bad booty club.
you know, and if you get me 2 people who want to strategize with me,
Mhm.
then I'll give you yours for free.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
You're welcome.
got it.
Amy, you too.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So Amy, I feel like you have questions that we didn't get answered.
I mean, it's okay. But yeah, I was just like, I'm not a fan of TikTok and I'm not getting anything on there. And so I was instructed to start a second one to do more for my affiliate and stuff. So I'm trying that. I'm just not a fan of TikTok.
Not
I
either.
was glad it went away.
I was
The
too.
24
I was
hours.
hoping it didn't come back, but
I
Might
know.
not
now
be
that
here
it
for
came back,
long. It might
yeah.
not be here for long. So
Yeah.
they only repealed it for 75 days. I don't think everybody
Mm.
realizes that.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
it'll be here.
It's gonna be
So-
hot out, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I think it'll be here.
so I have been starting to get more friends on Facebook that are business people. So I used to have a blog years ago, and so I have a Facebook page for that blog. I never gave it up, but it's still out there. People were actually posting on it today, I saw. So and then I have another page for my real estate investing business. So I want to do YouTube, and I was thinking of moving to like LinkedIn, but and I'm on Instagram, business and personal. So I think so what I want to do more is like I'm gonna have to rewatch this, how you were saying to the get people into my community, because that's what I want to promote more is, hey, I'm stay tuned, I'm getting ready to open my own community. It's going to be like health and wellness, wealth for legacy and affiliates, but also because I went through a emotionally, mentally abusive marriage for 25 years, and I finally got out and had to build myself up from that. So that's going to be in it as well. So yeah, so I want to mainly start promoting like this community that I'm creating. So I got to get into Chat GPT and get all because I'm changing the name from when it was from my blog. So I'm trying to figure out, and I've got everything pretty much still, like I've got a ton of PLRs, I've got course ideas, I've got all kinds of stuff to put in there. So, I just kind of answered my own question, talking it out loud. So,
Isn't that great? I do that
It's
all
so
the
helpful.
time.
Yeah.
All the time.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and going back to Kim with promoting legacy versus the community, if they're not buying from you, get them, promote your community where you can give them more know, like, and trust.
Yeah, yeah,
And talk about legacy there.
yeah,
And talk about how you can fund your second chapter, your
Yeah.
divine next chapter.
Chapter.
How you don't have to. That's where you do that kind of selling there, because now it's people who want to be in your community. And
Yeah.
then you hop on calls like this once a week with them, get to know them,
yeah,
and you feed legacy into it, and I'm able to work. Don't tell them that you're not making the money just yet, that you moved, and I'm able to find a way to have the income so that I can be near my grandbabies.
right, yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
you know how to do all of that.
yeah,
And that's where you do your, if you want to call it selling, but you're still sharing with them what legacy is doing for you inside of your community instead of doing.
as a vision of what you can get from it.
Yes. Yes.
You got to think
Think
of
of-
transformation.
Think of that taboo. And instead of thinking of the taboo, think of the baby that was in the stroller that I told you the story of.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
outcome, the outcome.
Yes.
Then I've had some people say when you don't say what you're doing, what you're selling, that it seems evasive and not
You know
trust.
what? I have a group in school. Here's my community link.
Come
I
check us
go
out.
deep in. I do Zooms on a weekly basis. I talk to you. I answer all of your questions. I'll
That's
even pull it up on the computer on
Yeah,
the
that's
Zoom
good.
and
That's
share
good.
my
That's good to
screen.
get them over to learn more about it. Yeah.
It's a little more about curiosity, putting it out there as curiosity, so that you're not shoving the plane out there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now you can set your group up to give them their email.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be another training because I literally have got to
Gotta
go.
go.
He told me he's
Okay.
going to
Actually,
sleep.
while you do that, I
Um,
have to jump off, but I just want to say this. Elisa and I do a lot of work together, but she really, really is really techie and knows her techie stuff. So I did not want to do my thank you page. She helped me redo some other things that I did. So my capture page. So all of those things, Elisa's so good at that. That's what she has helped me with. And that was a big thing for me because I don't want to spend my time on the tech. So for me, having somebody that can help me with that. And I also want to tell you, Susan, I know you're not in Mastermind. I wouldn't worry about it because you're being taught by Elisa, who is in Mastermind. So it's going to trickle right back down to you, just an FYI. You can't help it because it's what we know now. And we share what we know. And we aren't going to sit there and be like,
Mastermind.
well, I don't want to give her the Mastermind information, so I'm going to have to only give her the TGC. It doesn't work that way. It's all in our brain. So you're going to benefit either way. So you're in a good spot.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you
Y'all have helped me
guys.
so much tonight, so thank you all.
Hey, y'all, you've helped me. Y'all all have helped me. I just love this. I love this small group too.